Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody sent me this file, told me how they made it. I've already done it and it works, but I found out what was wrong with theirs. They can't fill this in with a smart fill tool. And I could immediately see the telltale signs of all these nodes right there. That's a sign that something's not right. And if we take the smart fill tool and try to fill that in, it just leaks everywhere. Well, it doesn't leak inside those two circles. That's because there's multiple, let me get rid of that rectangle. There's multiple boxes or multiple lines. And I mean, look at the little bitty broken lines and double lines is basically what it is. That's probably a double line right there. We take, see, and whenever you have a double line, you're going to have a leak. So he explained to me how he did it, and I'm just going to redo it and show him how I would do it. Draw a ellipse, put it in the center of the page. You've got to be in the center of the page for this. Draw a 2-point line and start from the center, holding down the control button and go to the quadrant. Control D, you can't alternate C this one because we have to, well, we could, I guess. We're going to put it on that node. We're going to rotate it 120 degrees. And then we're going to control D and go 240 degrees. So that's our starting point. I'm going to control G to group it. Then he took a circle, control D and make another circle, and then hold down make it smaller. And he grouped it together, which is correct. And then he hit P. Then he put it up and he control D, alternate C, and rotate it 60 degrees. I'd go ahead all the way around. That way you know they're equal. We do not need the ones that are on the lines. But I think this is where in matter of fact, you don't even need this one. I think he made a mistake by duplicating this around, and whenever you duplicate on a duplicate. So anyway, get the 2-point line, go from the inside quadrant to about there, give a little bit of twist. I'm using the 3-point curve line. And, you know, this could look any way you want it to look. You could have this thinner, this thicker. You know, matter of fact, I'm going to make this one a little different than the previous one. Now, grab both these lines. Well, let's look at this. See, we're a little bit off there. So let's either move this up here. See, that's all we need. We just need a continuation. So let's grab those two lines and see I've only got the two lines. Control D, and I've got my object origin set to the right. And when I mirror it, it goes just like that. Now, I've got my nudge factor set really high. I'm going to just not delete, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. I'm going to try to weld this. Nope, see, it doesn't work. I didn't think it would. I've already done it, but I was just trying to try. Virtual segment delete key and delete these lines. And there you have it. Now, I'd go ahead and weld this now to make sure, see it now, it's all one piece. We're still in the center of the page, Control D, alternate C, and we're going to rotate it to 120. And see that's putting two circles on top of each other. So this might not even work. We might have to delete one of the circles. But if we take the virtual segment delete key, and as long as our line kind of deletes cleanly like that, it should smart fill. And then take the smart fill tool. I'm pretty sure it's not going to leak, so I'm not going to, no, see, it's a leaker. Because we have multiple, you can see the dots there. I'm going to go and ungroup all. Okay. I'm going to select it all. I should be able to ungroup all. Okay, I can't, so I'm just going to go here and ungroup. Wow. See, there's the double lines. So what we need to do is break the curve apart and then grab this one. Well, this one in the curve. So now we just need to get rid of the double circles. So there's probably one there. See how I deleted it and it went away? See, there's actually a little bitty line right there that we can delete. So I'm grabbing that. I can't do that. Break the curve apart. It wouldn't do it a while ago. See, there was a double circle there, double circle there, double lines there. So this should work. Because if we take this and delete it, I'm pretty confident, so I'm not going to draw the rectangle. Ah, still have leaks. There we go. That's what I wanted. And then move that out of the way and left click, right click, and you've got a solid item. So whenever you have, I don't know why that, I must have been outside the box or something. That's weird. I feel smart fill it down there and it didn't work. Smart fill it up here and it doesn't work. But you can see, I can see the double lines, you know, after years of looking at files. See, that line right there is just two sets of line. Whenever you have two sets of line, so let's figure out a way we can do it where there's not going to be two sets of lines. Because that's the whole problem. Control D, alternate C, 240 degrees, and then Control D, Control D, Control. And again, we don't need these center ones. No, we don't need the ones on the line. And we don't really need that. That's going to cause us a problem. Excuse me. So let's do it. 3-point curve line again. Go from the quadrant to the quadrant, and I'm going to do that again. Leave it like that. Now what I'm going to try is grab these two lines and Control D and mirror it just like I did. Now I'm going to take away this, and I am going to try this. I don't know 100% sure it's going to work. I'm going to take away my circle. I'm going to weld this together. Control D, alternate C, 120, Control D, it worked. Now I just have to delete a few lines. So now there's only, well, I got a bad spot right there because it wasn't on the mark perfectly, but it should still work. Even though I have those little bitty lines, they're not really on top of each other, and it worked. So just think about that. Just do the one circle, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I hate being so long. And you know what? I moved it. I don't want to move it. I want to nudge it because I want it right back where it was when I left click, right click, because this is what he's doing. He's Control D'ing alternate C and rotating it 60 degrees. And then this is actually going to maybe look better than the first one. And then just take your virtual segment delete key and delete these two lines. So if you deleted those two lines, this time you're going to, so I call it going over an overpass. So this time you want to go under the underpass. And if you went under the over, you want to go under. If you go over, you want to go under. Now, if you will hold down your Alt key, it won't do that. So that one's going, I always, instead of cutting through here, I'm going over, under, over, under. And then just take your I would, as always, Control G to group this together. I don't know what this kind of logo it is or whatever, but then just fill this in with blue and take, I don't know what colors he's going to use. Well, I don't want yellow. And you have a interlocking, whatever you want to call this. You know what? Let's try this. Because we're working in the center of the page, let's just try something. I don't think this is going to help him, but I got the two items, and I'm going to take this blue one just for fun. Go to the interactive fill tool, and I'm going to put a little darkness up here. I know he's not going to do this, but I'm going to do it. And then we could take, you know what? We could take this and just move it out of the way. Grab these two, Control G, Control D, Alternate C, and we need to rotate it 120 degrees. See, that way you could almost do that without cutting so many lines. You could do two of them. And then let's just look at it with a black box effect with the black tips and see if it makes any good sense. Yes. See how it makes it just look like it's going into the bisque? But that's not what he wanted. But anyway, double lines will kill you when you're trying to do that. So think about the alternative way to do it. Hope that helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.